You're gonna see a whole lot of magic. Look at this trick and that trick. And when he says it's not a lot, da-da-da, you'll agree it's such a lot, da-da-da. It is a beautiful magic morning out there. Welcome, team of tricksters, to the show this week. I'm Dean, I'm your host. The show is brought to you by, once again, Paper Magic. Wow, that tastes like my favourite silent magic act of all time. Lance Burton, Norm Nielsen. What have we got this week? A whole lot of magic. We're going to look at this trick and that trick. This is what we're looking at. It's Dreambox by Jota or Jota or Jota. Initial thoughts, fantastic. I absolutely love this. It's a great routine. It's a great idea. It's a wonderful application on the method. It's really good. I love this routine. It's fantastic. What is it? What is it? Well, what is Dreambox? What's the effect? All right, here's the effect. It's a mind-reading effect, or a mentalist effect, as the Americans like, and the Swedes like to call them. What happens? Well, you say to someone, you've been given this wonderful gift from a company called Dreambox. It's called a surreal gift experience, right? And you give them a lanyard, and they wear it around their neck, and that's like their all access to this like wonderful experience that you've been given to them, like a red letter day style online thing, you know. And you have all these postcards. I'll show you in a minute. You have all these postcards which correspond to what the amazing experience is going to be. You get to go anywhere in the world. You get to see a band. You're going to have drinks after the show, and you get to go with a celebrity. And they get to name all of these things as you're going along. And at the very end, the lanyard has a little voucher inside it, which is kind of your voucher into the event, and it's all predicted bang on. Okay, there's no forcing. Whatever they pick, that's what's on the lanyard. It's a great application for the method, and it's a wonderful, wonderful effect. What's in the box? Well, let's have a look. It's actually two boxes. I wish they'd made this like a Gazinta box. Then I could have put this box back inside this box, but they didn't. All right, what's inside the box? What's inside this box? The props that you need. The lanyard's inside here. I'll take that out. I've actually you put something inside there at the beginning. It's a bit of a decoy voucher, but there's something in there right now, so it feels like there's something in there when they wear it around their necks. So what I'll do is I'll put this around my neck, because as some other reviewers have pointed out, you should really wear it around your neck, and then that makes you the kind of travel rep for the experience. Because if it's around their neck at the end of the routine, it should really be them that's pulling it out, and it can't be them that's pulling it out. So more about that later. I've also got inside here the postcards. Now, because of the way the angles are on this trick, and I'll get more to that later on my closing thoughts as well, you have to sort of keep this very front on to the audience as you're telling the story and going through the effect of this. So basically what I've got here are loads of postcards that correspond to the theme of the effect that is Dreambox, okay? So what I'll do right now is I'll come in a little bit closer, and I'm going to present this trick for you, which is Dreambox. So here's a perf, or as the Americans like to call it, a performance of the trick Dreambox by Jota. Now, obviously, there's no spectators, and I don't do that. I don't have anyone else in the room when I'm doing this. It's my show, right? So what I did was, I started presenting this to my wife last night. I started the trick, and instead of getting her to name the things, I got her to write the things down, and she put them in this envelope, right? And then once she'd written all the things down and put them in the envelope, I just finished and walked off. And she goes, "Is that it?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Is that the trick?" I go, "Yeah, I'm going to do the end. I'm going to do the magical part on the show tomorrow." She goes, "You are going to do the magical part of your magic trick in a different room on a different day when I'm not there. That is the worst magic trick I've ever seen," she said. And then I said, "Well, I know some magicians where that would be the best outcome. And I'm probably one of them." All right, so this is my wife. This is Joanne. And I'm doing the trick Dreambox. Well, someone's gifted you this. Someone's gifted you Dreambox. It is a surreal gift experience. It's all inside that. I'm the travel rep, by the way. That's why I'm wearing the lanyard. There's something in the lanyard. I can just feel it inside there. More about that later. It's kind of a prediction of what I think is going to be your experience, but we'll get to that later. There's all sorts of things in this gift box experience. Open it up, and this is what you've got in store. This is what you've got in store. You've got all of these things in store. This is going to be, if I can get this out of here, this is going to be your experience. All right? You're going to go on this, it's kind of it's an entertainment package holiday. All right? You're going to go to one of, well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to be able to go to one of two exotic locations. And they're both really different. You can go to Paris or you can go to Hawaii, okay? Now, let's see. I'm going to open the envelope now. Here we go. We're doing this for real. I don't know what my wife said. If I can get this thing open. Where did Joe choose to go? Right, she wanted to go to Paris. I go, okay, Joe, you get to go to Paris. And you're going to see a band. I could have guessed Paris, actually. I don't know why. I can guess my wife's things, actually. You're going to see a band, Joe. You're going to either see Coldplay, or you're going to see AC/DC, or Spice Girls. And, yeah, there you go. You're going to have one of these three, right? Who do you want to see out of these three bands? She's picked Coldplay. Okay, you can have Coldplay. There's Coldplay. You don't want these. After the show, there's a bit of a drinks package in the green room where you're going to meet a famous celebrity. What do you want? Do you want whiskey or do you want chalky milk? My wife says whiskey. Okay, fair enough. Well, she doesn't like milk, so chocolate milk, so there you go. She's having whiskey. There you go. And who do you want to go with? You're going to get to go with someone. And it's out of all these people. You've got Brad Pitt. You've got Jennifer Aniston. You've got Johnny Depp, Will Smith, or Kim Kardashian. She wants to go with Jennifer Aniston. Well, she likes Jennifer Aniston. And she didn't pick Johnny Depp, Will Smith, or Brad Pitt because she doesn't want to make me jealous. Okay, so she's going to go with Jennifer Aniston. Like that. There's Jennifer Aniston. So now, she doesn't want to go with any of these other celebrities, interestingly enough. So now this is my first time doing this, right? And we're doing it in real time, by the way. So let's have a look and see. And what you do is you pull this out. It just comes straight out. Let's have a look and see what happened inside the... This is the lanyard. And I said there was something in the lanyard, didn't I? And there is. It's a voucher. It's your all-access voucher to the event. This is what you're going to prove. When you get to the event, you're going to prove that you went there. Because look, indeed, you are going to Paris. And indeed, you are seeing Coldplay. I'm looking really pleased with myself at the moment because I got it right. You are having whiskey. And after the show, as promised, you are meeting Jennifer Aniston. And that, be careful with these, that is Dreambox by Jota. So, there we go. That was Dreambox by Jota, who teaches the trick on his online instructions. He's in his lounge room, but fair enough. We're all in lockdown. The sound's good. It's very clear. He shows you how to put the preparation in. It's a one-time setup, and it's going to take you a while. You probably get some idea of how this works if you know about mentalism. And it's going to take you a while. It took me over an hour to do a lot of folding and a little bit of thinking and a little bit of pushing in. And I got to the end of it and that was it. I was done. Once you've done it, you're done. You can then just do the trick. You don't have to keep doing the preparation every time. It's a one-off prep for it, okay? And it's interesting if you think about this. If you know mentalism, there's no forcing in this. There's no magician's choice. There's no equivoque. The celebrity they pick is the one they get. The drink they pick is the one they get. The band and the location. And there's great psychology to it because there's only two locations, only three bands. There's two drinks. There's, I think, 5 or 6 celebrities. But at the end of it, once those postcards have been put away, it's like they just had a choice of everything, isn't it? Just think of a drink you want. So it's good psychology. The method itself, think about the method. If you know what this method is, think about it. It still seems, really? Think about all the different combinations that they could pick on totally free choices of those things, it doesn't seem like the method's even possible, does it? The method doesn't even seem possible, even if you know the method. So in that way, it's very, very deceptive, this. It's a great trick. It's a great trick for Zoom shows, mainly because of the angles, actually. You couldn't do this walk around. You can't do it at a sit-down table style show like this because the angles they're not great on it. You've got to hide some things, and that's the reason to have those postcards. The postcards are there to sort of disguise a little bit of the method, a little bit of the dirty work. So you're going to have to really choose the kind of shows you do this at. But it's great for Zoom shows, and if I put one together, and I haven't yet because I keep whinging about them, but I'll eventually have to put something together, I suppose, and I'll put this in. It'll be the only mind-reading effect that I put in, but I will put it in as a piece. Joda talks about when you transport it, just use this box, because there's nothing to suggest on here that it's a magic trick. On the sleeve there is, but if you just use this box, you can actually say, look, I was sent this. It's an online experience. And then everything's inside there. You can reach in, you can take out the lanyard, and you can take out the postcards and show them and go through the routine. The voucher downsides. The voucher, I think, is a bit small. It could do with being A5 size. You could still fold it up. And I suppose you could mock up a stage version of this, and you could do it on stage, angle-wise, with large cards. You could even do a version where there's no postcards on stage, where you just ask them which one of these various things they'd like, and to remember it, and then your predictions elsewhere. And you could use that box, whatever it's called. You know that box that gets wheeled on? It's like suspended, and then it comes down, it goes on a chair, and you reach inside, and there's a tube, and you pull out the prediction. It could be a really big A2 size sheet of like printed, like the voucher but printed larger. The name of that trick, by the way, is this. We'll just let Sean do that. There's no point in researching. Great trick, absolutely love it. Highly recommended from me. Great value for money, worth every penny. Nicely done. Would it fool Penn and Teller? Maybe. It might fool them because even when you know the method, it's still like, really? How can that be possible? There's too many choices. I know the method, but wait, where are all those things? There's too many choices for the methods. So it might fool Penn and Teller or not. Who cares? Doesn't matter. As long as it fools your audiences. And that's key. That was the show for this week. See you again next week on Magic Mornings. That's sparkly. It tastes like a flute became glee.